Hello, this is Michael, Las Vegas tile and grout cleaning professional. Last 25 years here, all locally in Las Vegas. I'm a 35-year resident of Las Vegas, Nevada. Today I'm going to talk about being over 50 and still cleaning grout. Here's the truth. You know, when you first move out of your big house, and actually it should be when you come to Nevada, or maybe you're scaling down, coming from that big house and you're going into a smaller house, or you're moving in from another state into Las Vegas, Nevada to retire, or you just want to slow it down, and one person's going to work and collect Social Security and the other one's going to stay at home. Well, you come to realize that you bought a house with tile and grout everywhere. It is a very difficult floor to maintain. A lot of hands and knees work. And a lot of times what I see is people is using all the wrong products on the floors. And, when I get the call to come to their house, I'm looking at what they've been using or what they're about to use, and most of the time I'll tell them to get rid of that product or return it back to the store, and I'll get them on the right track of what products to use, like Blue Dog dish soap and a microfiber padded mop. Those are your two best products to use when cleaning your tile and grout, which I talk about extensively on my YouTube network. I'll probably leave a link below in the description on how to maintain your tile and grout. But getting down on your hands and knees as a older person, say over 50 years old, is probably a good I meet people in their 30s who can't bend down, but majority of people who are older, their biggest complaint is just can't do the work anymore. And they're doing things all wrong. They're putting films and textures and coatings on the floor, and really need something that's going to clean up everything at their house, so their floors aren't so greasy and grimy and kind of like an ice skating rink after they clean, or it's got a bad odor, and they're just having a difficult time cleaning the floors. And you can hear the urgency in their voice when they call me for work. The houses out here, say a typical house you'd buy here, say you're older, maybe you're going to move into a 55 plus community. 3/4 of the house has tile. You take a 1,300 to 2,000 square foot house, the majority of the house has hard surfaces, porcelain, ceramic tile. A few homes in that community has natural stone, and I don't recommend natural stone whatsoever. But hard surfaces are fine as long as you're caring for the floors properly, okay, or have help from somebody who cleans floors every day. I would say people appreciate me once a year, and as a homeowner, I'll instruct you how to do the light work and to maintain the floors so they're easier to keep. One other huge problem with older folks, they always seem to always have a pet, at least one little small pet, maybe a Shih Tzu, or maybe maybe it's a big dog. I've seen people with Saint Bernards and bigger in their homes, and they can't let them go, or they're at their last end of their lives, and they don't want to get rid of them or put them down, so they'll keep them until they die, which we do the same thing in my house. The problem is that they pee and poop, especially in new environments, and it's very difficult to train them. So if you're moving to a new home and you have a pet, understand that some people put pads on their floors. You could remember, only put one of them pads down in an area where you want them to pee, like a laundry room. Don't spread them out throughout the house. The pads don't belong spread out throughout the house, which is a whole nother video on pets. But and train them to go outside. A doggy door is a great idea. Doggy door, there's a big tip. Get yourself a doggy door put in at your house, whether it's a small dog or a big dog. And don't get the ones that go on the sliding glass door. Actually get one that's going through a wall. That will help you with your animals and making sure that they learn to go outside and not inside. But pee is damaging to grout. Not so much the tile, it's the grout. problems they leave on tiles, odors. On grout, they permanently discolor grout to whatever color is on the floor mixed in with their urine, and it's acid based, just like human beings. So I'd recommend making sure they have access to going out all the time on their own without you having to grab a leash and a collar, take them for a walk, and they'll learn faster with that doggy door. A lot of times I'll come into someone's house and they have white grout, literally white grout. I get a lot of calls from people who say they have white grout, and I get to their house and it's tan or blue or green. Most people are having a very difficult time maintaining that white grout. I mean, even a young, healthy family, their white grout really is extremely difficult to manage. I get calls for these floors all the time. A lot of times they go to clean the floors and they actually have tan grout in their homes, my clients. And guess what? They went to the store and bought a product called Zep White Grout Cleaner. Zep White Grout Cleaner. Or there's another name for this Zep product. I can't think of it at the top of my mind here, but guess what they're doing? They're cleaning their grout, neutralizing the grout. So if it is a dark color grout, they're turning it to white, and they're thinking that's the original color. Got to tell you, folks, grout whitener is not your product for cleaning your grout or floors. Matter of fact, why are you even doing that? Okay, you're making yourself, go crazy, getting down on your hands and knees with a toothbrush, typically, and you're trying to turn your grout to white because you think it's white. It's, you want to know what the color of your grout is. Go look in your coat closet, or underneath the fridge, or underneath the stove, or in an area just untraveled where no mops are swinging on the floor. That's the color of your grout. Typically they're in the tan family, and just a very neutral color. People do request dark color grouts in their houses, but I rarely ever see them, thank God. There are problems with dark color grouts, especially for older folks. Because they're usually older folks, they don't have a house full of furniture like they used to have, and the whole house is so visible and wide open, from the back door, sliding back door, to the front door that may have glass, or maybe the door's open periodically, and they can see every little nick in their floor or color, and they'll step back and they'll be like, "Can you see that down there? Look at that color." And I'll be like, yeah, and then it's like shadow, or it's just the way the lighting's hitting the floor from low ceilings versus high ceilings, and people sometimes become more particular with, they're more picky, more OCD-ish on their floors when it's wide open with less furniture, less area rugs, and that dog. So make your life easy. Just clean it, listen to me, and I'll tell you how to clean your floors in between major cleanings. But, I see 1,000 to 1,500 square feet. It's an hour and a half service. I don't use mop and bucket methods. It's a professional machine that comes in it's $100,000 dollars worth of equipment. I'm coming in to be serious and get the job done effectively and efficiently. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a carpet cleaning service. I'm not an upholstery cleaning service. And I'm not a doctor, okay? Sometimes I become that talking to you because I enjoy talking to people, but I offer two services: tile and grout cleaning and tile and grout sealing, okay? I think I know what I'm talking about. I've done it 10,000 times, all here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the last 25 years. I made a career out of it. So get your clean floors at least once a year. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly once a year if you just pay attention to the simple rules of maintaining it on your own. The Blue Dawn dish soap in the water, you clean it first with the product, then follow with a rinse only. It's that simple, okay? And not a little tiny, mop this big. You need something, large. I would say 18 inches to 36 inches, depending on your area and what's in your home. Just make your life so much easier, to be honest with you. There is no easy way out. Floors are going to get dirty. You're going to have family, friends, parties, pets in your house, and it's very difficult to manage floors for anybody and everybody. And there's no two floors alike. I say this almost in every video. What's happening in your house is not the same of what's happening in your neighbor's house, so keep that in mind. And they have different colors. Sometimes they have a close color, but it's not the same, okay? When you're older, you do become more picky, and you do want to ensure that your house is clean. It could be just you in the house, one person in the house. Maybe your husband's deceased, or maybe you're a widow, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's you're all alone by yourself, and all of a sudden, where you weren't really tidy and clean, now you are. It just becomes like a lonely habit to get your floors clean. I think I see a lot of widows, and they just enjoy a nice clean floor. Bottom line, they want it cleaned and they want it sealed. And I didn't even talk about that. But when I come in, hopefully I catch you before you move into your new house. It's actually the best service to ever have. Before you buy that new house, or actually before you move into that new house, call me. I'll come in there and seal the floors, but the first thing I have to do almost automatically is clean them. They must be cleaned, okay? You cannot put sealer down, even in a brand new home build, okay? Places like Sun City, Nevada, or any 55 plus community, you should have the floors cleaned and sealed, even if it's a brand new home, prior to moving in, period, okay? And I'm not talking about a mop and bucket. I'm talking about with my machinery. Okay, so being over 50 can be a struggle, but hopefully you'll meet me. I'll tone it down a little bit. I'll tell you how to manage your floors and how often you should see me. Yeah, there's a cost for service. Nothing's free in life anymore, but it's worth it. It's worth your sanity to call me periodically, okay? Alrighty, well, I hope that helps you. If you have any comments, suggestions, try to like and subscribe in my videos. I'm not really trying to make a career out of helping people, but I like helping people. I want to continue these videos. I want to feel like I'm worth it to somebody, for them to watch what I have to say. I don't need to show you videos of me cleaning floors. I've already got enough of those online, at least 300 of them. I'm tired of making those videos, but I still occasionally make those videos of me cleaning floors. The problem is that every time you see somebody else's floor, you compare it to yours and you think yours is the same animal. It's not in most cases, but sometimes it is, okay? I would say the majority of people's homes can honestly return 85 to 95% back to its original condition with no problem in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, if you're in New York City or Chicago or some historical area, we may be having some battles. But in Las Vegas, Nevada, your floors are going to recover. Okay, seniors, I look forward to seeing you. Please give me a call. I'm Michael again with Las Vegas Tile and Grout Cleaning. You can't go wrong. I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm going to be there to earn your business and make you happy. And I want to be your friend, not your enemy. God bless. Good luck to you.